Hello. I wanted to just make a quick video going over simply one section of the grades 4 and 5 opinion text-based writing rubric for the FSA. This is an edited version of the real rubric. I took out words that would probably get in the way of understanding what they're asking you to do, and I just replaced them with words that are a little bit easier. For the topic of purpose, focus, and organization, you're allowed to get 4 points. That's the highest score you can get for that. The 4-point response, it says, the response is consistently focused within the purpose, audience, and task. So what does that mean? As you are writing your essay, you understand why you're writing the essay. The whole point of this essay is to tell my opinion about the bike program. That's the purpose of this essay. You understand the audience. The audience sometimes is not very clear. They don't say, you're writing to a group of kindergartners. Well, then if you were writing to kindergartners, your word choice would be very simple. You wouldn't use large vocabulary. If they don't tell you your audience, a good guess is that your audience is a teacher or an adult. So you want to try to be very, the word is verbose, which means using nice big words. And later on in this rubric, there's points where you get scored high based on the words you used. And if you use academic language and your grammar is good, you get a higher score. So if there's not a clear audience stated, like you're writing this to the principal, well then just assume it's an adult or a teacher who's interested in how good you write. And then the task. Sometimes they'll ask you to write maybe an essay saving somebody, or planning a party, or they might have a task attached. If the task is not there, then you just write it to explain something or give your opinion. All right, also it says it has a clearly stated opinion. This is the opinion rubric. The explanatory rubric is very similar to this, but you are explaining a concept and you're not telling your own opinion on that concept. And it has an effective use of organizing paragraphs. So they can tell very easily whether you made an outline for your essay based upon what you include in each paragraph. You want to be careful not to ramble. Some kids will state their opinion. I believe there should be a bike program because it helps children with their health. I had bad health issues one time when I went to the doctor, and the doctor told, no, you don't want to get off topic. They can tell if you're an organized writer based upon what information you have in each paragraph. If health is your first paragraph, you're going to state, I believe you need to have a bike program because of the health benefits. Then you'll start citing your evidence. You'll say, according to the first article, the author states that, and then you'll give information from that article that supports the health topic. You won't go off topic and in that paragraph and start talking about how much fun bikes are and how every kid should have one. No. You can have a whole new paragraph that talks about the recreation and how certain populations don't have money for bikes or something like that. But if you have a health paragraph, the only information in your health paragraph should be in relation to health. All right, so organizing paragraphs, which leaves the reader with a sense of completeness. So you talk about the whole issue. The response should include strongly maintained opinion. So this just means you don't waver. You don't say, well, they should have a bike program, but in some cases, in some states, they probably don't need it. No, you need to take one opinion and go full-fledged with that. You need to always have that opinion throughout the whole essay. Skillful use of a variety of transitional strategies, and we'll talk about how to do that later on in another video, but transitional strategies need to be varied, which means you can't just say, first this happened, next this happened, after that. That's a little bit too first grade for them. They want you to be a little bit more sophisticated in the words that you choose, going from one paragraph to another. Transitional strategies are just the words you use to get from one paragraph to another. And then a logical progression of ideas from the beginning to the end with a satisfying introduction and conclusion. Many kids don't understand introductions and conclusions, so it's hard for them to provide a satisfying one. And we'll have to talk about that in a later video. But the 3 is similar to the 4. It's you're generally focused on the purpose, the task, and the audience. You have evident organized paragraphs. Up here it says you have effective use of organizing paragraphs. It says you've maintained an opinion. You have acceptable use of transitional strategies and acceptable progression. You want them to see that it's a logical progression, skillful use of a variety, which means you mixed it up, a variety of transitional strategies. And let's go all the way down to a number 1 real quick. A number 1 says, the response is related to the topic, but may demonstrate little or no awareness of the purpose, the audience, or the task. So they can just tell by reading it that you really don't get the question. You don't understand what they're asking, and has no obvious opinion. They just, when I've seen people write and get a 1, they just state facts. They don't say, well, I believe this, I feel this. They just say, a bike program does this, a bike program can do that. It's not clear what the student writing the essay feels about the bike program. So you want to make sure your opinion is really well known by reading the essay. It says, and little or no organized structure to the paragraphs. It says, absent or confusing opinion, frequent rambling that gets in the way of understanding. Few or no transitional strategies, and the essay's too brief to demonstrate a knowledge of focus or organization. So I hope that helps with the category of purpose, focus, and organization. You're trying to get a 4 in this category. Let them know that you understand why the essay is being written. You keep your paragraphs focused on one topic at a time, and they're organized so that it's clear to see you did a nice outline. I hope that helps.